William Blair gave an analyst rating on Palantir at a strong sell with a $9 price target. How could you be that naive? Really, $9 and a strong sell. That's it. Video's over. Time to wrap it up. All done. Thanks for coming. Today, we're going to talk a lot about Palantir, so strap in. We've got a lot of information to cover. Number one, retail doesn't understand. Number two, Palantir's astronomical growth. Number three, the quasi-monopoly that Palantir has now created, which is a great thing. And number four, why Palantir is the NVIDIA. So stick around because we got a lot to cover. Hey guys, Corey here. Welcome to the channel. Be sure to subscribe, tap the bell if you guys enjoy the content, and give me a thumbs up as it greatly helps the channel grow. Before we jump into the video today, if you guys are struggling in the market, trying to become profitable, and you're looking to learn and you're serious about your financial goals and financial health, I just launched my masterclass boot camp with only 4 spots remaining. And I also offer one-on-one coaching, Discord, and full training course. You guys can check it out. My website, investwithcorey.com, right there on the screen or in the information box below. And I really, truly am driven daily by helping you guys out. If you guys want to make a change for the better, I hope to speak with you soon so I can help you grow your financial freedom. So let's get started, dive right into Palantir. Number one, retail does not understand. Retail really doesn't understand really what Palantir does. Most at least do not. And Wall Street analysts are really not the brightest tools in the shed when it comes to understanding companies. They really are driven by fear, safety, and hedging their positions. Hedge funds being the name. They're not very good at investing in growth stocks a lot of the times. And that's for another video. But overall, a lot of analysts, hedge funds, institutions, and most of retail really doesn't truly understand the AIP and what Palantir does. And this is like really frustrating because Palantir is the software version of NVIDIA, whether you want to admit it or not. If you guys don't agree with that, you're entitled to your own opinions. But if you don't agree with it, it means you really don't know what Palantir brings to the table. You really don't, because if you did, you'd know that they basically 100% are the quasi-monopolistic version in the software realm or sector as NVIDIA is to hardware. That's what it is. It's a quasi-monopoly, and Palantir has done that for themselves, which we're going to get to in this video. We're talking about quantifiable transformational value, something that is just mind-blowing to think about, but that is what Palantir does. And most of retail doesn't really understand. They just think they're an AI software company. There's a lot more to Palantir than just AI and software. Number two, Palantir's growth. They're up 50% year to date. They're up 70% in the last 12 months, and they're going to grow roughly by 500% by 2030. Just like NVIDIA and Tesla had slow growth in the beginning, they had to grow into their valuation, just like Palantir. Forward-looking PE ratio is 61, which is a far cry from NVIDIA's 35, but again, like I said, they have to grow into their valuation. The PE ratio doesn't really price in all the future projected growth. Their top 20 customers are spending 10% more every year annually, year over year. Institutional investments have grown year-over-year growth, revenue, EPS, earnings. They're sitting on almost $4 billion in cash at this point. Everything keeps getting better for Palantir. So the growth is exponential. It's absolutely mind-blowing how fast Palantir is growing. There is no concern there. Number three, quasi-monopoly. Basically, Palantir has monopolized the AI software space, especially the AIP, which is really critical to NVIDIA's hardware. The hardware wave has already started. That hardware wave cycle has been going on for the past few years. NVIDIA leads it. AMD's involved in it. Intel even fell off because of how much of the monopoly or the quasi-monopoly that NVIDIA has created for themselves in the hardware space. However, Palantir is the quasi-monopolistic version of NVIDIA in the software sector. Once investors and analysts realize this, the PE ratio is going to drop drastically, and by that time, it'll be too late, and the value is going to go up, stock price is going to go up, and you'll miss the train before it leaves the station. NVIDIA needs Palantir. No matter how good your hardware is, you need software. And Palantir leads the way with AIP and the way they implement their software. All hardware needs software. The greatest computers on earth need software. If you build a PC, it needs an OS. Whether it be Apple, Linux, or Windows, you need software. NVIDIA is not a full-fledged software company. They're hardware. They dabble everywhere. We're not going to get into that right now. But when it comes to AIP and software, we're talking about Palantir. Everyone is moving to AIP, and the boot camps that Palantir has is just the beginning. All the money is going into NVIDIA, hardware, chips, AMD, but most of the upside has already been capitalized on. Sure, there's still some room for growth, but most of the growth in the AI, tech, and hardware sector has already been had. Now the growth is looking to the AI software and AIP sector, Palantir. The next step is to use these servers, hardwares, and chips with LLMs, large language models, and to implement the correct software and operating systems. Once again, hardware looking for Palantir. This is the quasi-monopoly that Palantir has created with their boot camps and their consistent growth. While everybody's been focused on the hardware, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Palantir is over here monopolizing AIP and AI software. Palantir will be leading AIP software just like NVIDIA is leading the hardware. Right now, the market cap for Palantir is $50 billion. The market cap for NVIDIA is $3 trillion. There's still some upside to NVIDIA. However, where do we expect NVIDIA to go? Palantir is likely to be $250 billion market cap in the next 5 years. That is a 5x return. And it's also a really good possibility that they could make it even higher than 250. They could make it even 500 billion, which would signify a 10x return. It's very possible. Some analysts agree. In fact, most do that know what they're talking about. Is there a likelihood that NVIDIA will reach a 30 trillion market cap? So what's more likely to happen? NVIDIA to go to 30 trillion or Palantir to go to 250 billion? We all know the answer to that. There's a lot more upside to Palantir. AIP takes 10 hours to have a working product. Decisions on the fly within seconds. It's a demand, a monopoly. Everybody wants it, but only one company truly has it. That means they can do exactly what NVIDIA did. Raise the price, create more demand. There'll be a frenzy. When companies don't have it and their competition does, it makes them have to buy it in order to compete, which is exactly what a quasi-monopoly is, and Palantir has created that for themselves the same way NVIDIA did. That's how NVIDIA can keep the prices high and rake in all of these profits, because the demand outweighs the supply by a hefty margin. It's an insane margin, allowing NVIDIA to price pretty much, for the most part, whatever they want. And that's exactly what's going on, but no one's paying attention to that with Palantir. It's happening right in front of our noses. Palantir can handle CRM, MRP, scheduling. It changes absolutely everything. MRP is part of a supply chain in a business. This is fully automated with Palantir's AIP, saving so much time, which segues us into number 4. Palantir is the NVIDIA of the software. So as an example, let's say there's a big bank that has loan books, customers, taxes, balance sheets, revenue, server maintenance, all kinds of different things. This bank decides to go AI just like everyone else. They get an H200, they get NVIDIA hardware, servers, and they get set up with AI, but they're stuck with ChatGPT, which is basic. So now they have to manage ChatGPT, make sure it works right. They got to still handle all the old stuff that they were handling before, but now they got to manage ChatGPT and the AI and the hardware and everything. So now they've just added more cost and more work to their balance sheets. It's counterintuitive. AIP can be up and running in 10 hours and be fully implemented in a few days instead of weeks or months to operate and run your entire business with a click of a button. Normal things that could take days or weeks takes seconds, minutes, or hours. This can be implemented in real time on the fly with a push of a button. All of these data points at the bank, as an example, like I was giving you, can all be automated by Palantir, saving so much time and so much money, which means no matter how much hardware you buy from NVIDIA or servers, ChatGPT is nothing compared to the AIP that Palantir offers. So you guys can see that retail and everyone really just truly doesn't understand the importance of AIP and Palantir's software. It does not matter how good NVIDIA is. Without Palantir, it's a big piece of the puzzle missing. You can have the H200, you can have the servers, you can have all of NVIDIA's stuff, ChatGPT, everything, have it fully running. And it's like building a $10,000 gaming PC, but you don't have Windows, you don't have Apple, you don't have any operating system, no Linux, nothing. You're running it in DOS. How are you going to run games in MS-DOS? Do they even support that anymore? I wonder. MS-DOS even a thing? Look, let's just be honest here. Palantir is it. And that's what I've been trying to explain to everyone. Palantir, in my opinion, is a buy. I don't even sell covered calls in my Palantir position. I will not. I got a couple that are expiring soon. I got to roll them out and up. My big account has no more covered calls. I'm holding. There's going to come a time real soon when all the people that hated on it, said it wasn't going to make it, didn't believe in it, are going to wish they got in. But it'll be too late at that point. They'll have completely missed out. Let's dive right into the options chain and the chart. Let me show you guys how you can get into Palantir at a discount. However, buying the shares might be a good idea, but I think we're going to have a little bit of a pullback right now. Let's dive right in. I just want to point out that I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. I'm just here to provide you guys with tips, strategies, sentiments on the market, technicals, fundamentals, and financials. It is, however, up to you to decide which stocks you want to put your money into and how much of a position size in the options, the stock, or the strategy you're running, as it's ultimately your money. Right now, it's looking pretty solid at $24.50 right about here, or $24 right here. I was trying to get it at $23.50 and add to my position, although I think that's kind of unlikely at this point, although it could happen in the next couple of weeks. However, you can see the 100-day average has crossed over 23, so it's highly unlikely that anything below 23 is going to happen. So I think $23.50 or 24 might be the bottom right now. However, I would be selling $24 puts or $24.50 puts to get in at this point. Let me show you guys how you can do this. This is my $10,000 position in Palantir. I have another $25,000 in Palantir in my large brokerage account, and I do have covered calls on this small position here. So I'm going to have to try to get out of that because I really believe in Palantir. So we're going to go to trade Palantir options. We're going to go out to next week, and then we're going to go ahead and click on sell put. Same strategy if you're watching this out in the future. If you guys enjoy these strategies and you guys want to join my one-on-one coaching, my Discord, and you guys want to improve your financial goals and health and grow and become profitable, I have limited spots available. investwithcorey.com/learn right there on the screen or in the information box below. I can't wait to speak with you, and I would love to help you grow your portfolio. So here I would literally do $24.50 because I really want in. You can see there's not a lot of premium at $24.50. It's just not likely to go down. They're saying basically an 80-cent drop is highly unlikely. You might have to get into selling at 25. 25 is more juicy, but I might consider $24.50 the better because I'd like to get in at 24, $24.50. You could do both. This gives you a break-even price of $24.50 anyway, so you could go ahead and do that. I might actually think about selling a couple of these in this account. 10 grand will bring you in $160 for the week, and if you get assigned, then now you have the stock a little bit cheaper, but I think it makes more sense to do $24.50 because of the fact that, you know, it's a little bit cheaper. It's about $9,700. It'll bring in almost $100. And this is good because it gets you in at $24.50 and minus the 22 you collected. So it's really like $24.28 per share, which is decent. And if you really want to go a little bit safer, you can just go out to the 26th of July and you could sell at 24 for $53, giving you a break even of $23.50. This is very good. Or you could try to get filled at $23.50 for $40, which you probably could, which would give you a break even of $23.10. That's also good. However, if the price doesn't pull back, then you won't get the shares. That's the big thing. I don't see Palantir by the end of the month going below $22.50 or $23. It's really the floor. So I would say sell at 24 for the end of the month. That gives you a break-even price at $23.50 if you get a sign. It's totally fine. The upside on Palantir is 5 to 10x. You know, it's going to be 500 to 1,000%. So realistically, Palantir is going to end up going to somewhere between $125 and $250 a share in the next 5 to 6 years. So are we really worried about 22 or 23? I wouldn't. Obviously, you get assigned on these and the stock price drops to 20 or 21, then you dollar cost average and keep adding. Palantir is one of those stocks you want to keep adding to. So any of the analysts out there that give a rating on Palantir of a sell or a strong sell, they are completely out of their mind and have no idea what they're even analyzing. They should not have a job as an analyst. They should just quit their job and go work at a library somewhere handing out books, or maybe they can go work at McDonald's and flip burgers or something, because it makes absolutely no sense. Palantir, for me, is a buy to strong buy. I can understand the argument for holding to see what goes on, but selling, strong selling, like, come on. It's not a strong sell or a sell. It's at bare minimum a hold. Palantir is the future of AIP and software. Some of these analysts, like I said, they just don't get it. But we get it, right? You get it. Palantir is the future. Every hardware needs software. See, It's the way it is. NVIDIA needs Palantir. Hardware needs Palantir. This is a quasi-monopolistic situation for the software sector. Palantir is the king. Thanks so much for being here, guys. I really appreciate you. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe, tap the bell, and give me a thumbs up as it greatly helps the channel grow. If you guys are looking to improve your financial freedom and you guys want to learn more about trading and investing and you want to take my full training course with my one-on-one coaching and join my Discord, you guys can do so at any time at investwithcorey.com/learn right there on the screen or in the information box below. I just launched my masterclass boot camp. There's only 4 spots left. This is exclusive one-on-one training in the market. So if you guys are interested and you want to better your success, I would love to help you as I'm driven every day to help you guys. And you can see all the comments on the screen and on these videos from everyone that I've been able to help. I truly care about your success. But don't worry, guys. I know this video is over. I picked another one just for you. And that video is right here. This video is going to show you an advanced strategy on how you can make so much stupid money in the market. So click that video. I'll see you over there. And remember, until the next video, let's grow our wealth together. Take care, guys.